Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Saturday, Saturday, May 22nd. All right, so welcome to the Bitcoin Daily View. Let's look at stuff. This is going to be a little bit of an interesting one. We'll rock through it really quick. This is a great video that I linked to over at bitcoindailyview.com. You can go there. I just put everything over there. That's real fun. Anything that is to do with the show that's been mentioned. So, CryptoLark, a great character. I know him. I've interviewed him before. Bitcoin price manipulation, crypto news 2021. This is a great video, and he goes through some of the reasons why we're seeing the recent volatility in Bitcoin, or at least some of the cover stories as to why we're doing it. And he does touch on something very important. And also, I like if you watch the video, you can see how he's just exhausted. So many people have been just exhausted the last couple days with the manipulation for many, many reasons, both psychic and financial. So, JP Morgan fined 1.26 billion for manipulating precious metals treasury market. We have to realize that, these banks and such are basically just mega international gangsters, and they always have been. They're the force behind what's turned soldiers into hamburgers sprayed across battlefields for ever since there was gunpowder. And before that, back when we had swords and such, well, people who got hacked into pieces on battlefields. So these characters are not our friends, and these, I will allegedly say, my belief is these fines, I wonder if they're even paid. And in a sense, I wonder if they're just payoffs for those who allowed it to happen, who should be regulating things. Not that the regulators are worth much anyway. So, huge, nasty system. But look at this, what's going on in the world right now. This is the M1 money supply. Basically, how much money do we have, or how many dollars are in circulation? Well, as you can see, they discontinued this because, well, it was just too damn embarrassing and too obvious. So, when a certain scam started, like the Great Reset by Klaus Schwab authored, when they implemented hardcore, the Georgia Guidestones and such, look at this, boom. Money supply just started being printed to the point where, well, they had to stop putting out the M1 money chart because I think it would make people freak out. I think enough has been published right here to freak people out. Is the dollar being devalued? Oh, yes, it is. Here's the DXY, Dollar Strength Index, ever since 2020, the beginning of 2020, when a lot of, I think, hardcore globalist scams were started to be pushed hardcore. Well, as we can see, it's just dumping. And, well, you've got the ancient evil of this world that wants to keep power, and they want power over the crypto market, of course. Well, here's the deal. In times like these, I'm going to have to look at Jesse Ventura here. You can go to bitcoindailyview.com and you can see his take on this. And I think, it's times like this that show who the real badasses are, who have faith in goodness and a positive future for humanity. Yeah, it kind of sucks. There's been manipulation. Some of us lost money. Some of us have gained a little bit of money. Anyway, we're all better traders and we're wiser. And these ancient monsters are playing their games to a point now, I think, where you can see we're going to see the fall of this civilization pretty soon because the dollar's not going to continue. They've gone too far. Look at this ever since the beginning of the year. People tend to forget that, yeah, sure, we have the Great Reset. If you want to go by, the Klaus Schwab's ideas of owning nothing and liking it, or that's more like the, who is that? That's the World Economic Forum. Who put that out? I forget. Published that little cute video of the ridiculous soy boy out there going like, I'll own nothing and like it. I'm a moron. I want roach milk and, whatever. So things are failing for the dollar. It just happens. We can all be thankful that one of the characteristics of evil is stupidity. And as we can see here, they have blown it. And who they want to pay the price for them blowing it? Us. That's why we're seeing so much political manipulation and such at the moment. So, yes, the market is down a little bit. Who's doing it? Well, big money is manipulating it. But like CryptoLark here says, it's very important. I personally, not financial advice, but would recommend if you hedged out, great, be ready to buy back in. If you did not, just keep riding it because every single Satoshi that you own in Bitcoin is a punch in the globalist nuts. It actually puts a crack in the Georgia Guidestones, all right? It's a good thing. So this will recover, and it will recover because, well, the manipulation is just basically the ancient evil. They want to control basically the peaceful revolution. Something good is happening, and they want to make sure that they destroy it because it's how they roll, but they're not going to. So I insist that you keep a positive mental outlook right now. Whenever you start feeling weak and you want to start crying, I want you to watch uh, Jesse Ventura here and take this to heart because he's speaking to you. Man up. So here's the deal. Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours, almost 16 billion. That is massive. 8 billion of that on Binance. 2.7 billion of that on Coinbase. So money is moving, and we're seeing big exchange outflows right now. The big money is still buying the dip while the weak ass retail traders panic and sell. So don't do that. If you sell your Bitcoin right now, not financial advice, you're selling it to evil. So hold it. Hold it because you are good. All right. Binance, 58% longs, 41% shorts. So the sentiment is in general long on Binance where the massive volume is. It's weekends; these don't quite mean as much today, but I want to note that the SPX, the S&P 500 and the Russell 2000 index both have on the daily a positive MACD getting ready to cross probably next week if things continue. They're kind of sideways, but they're above the 200 moving average, so they're not doing too bad, but they are sideways. Although, of course, look at the dollar strength index. Yep, the Great Reset is well underway, and we're not going to own nothing and like it. We're going to be wealthy and love it. So silver and gold. Look, gold on top. It's nice. On the daily, it's above the 200 moving average. The 21 EMA is about to cross above the 200 moving average. That is a good thing. It's also above the 21 EMA in silver, not doing bad at all either. Above the 21 EMA, and the 21 EMA has crossed over the 200 moving average. So not a bad time to be buying those coins. I like stacking silver dollars if you can find them these days. Not a bad move. You'll at least stay sideways. Not financial advice, but hey, people ask me a lot, how can I hedge against the hyperinflation and such that we see happening? And I would just say, well, I can't. Maybe I'll make a video on that one day, but silver coins and Bitcoin certainly don't hurt. Not financial advice. Okay, Bitcoin on the daily chart. Here's the thing, and this is a mistake a lot of us made, and it's why I wanted to start making these videos again, is because I realized that I could have helped a lot of people not make the mistake that they made, and I didn't hedge out as soon as I should have either. So on the daily, we had a negative MACD cross under the midline here, and so that would have been a time to have gotten out. And as you can see, that's when Bitcoin started falling. Now we're below the moving average, and I'm below the 21 EMA, so right now, scary time. We'll see what happens. I think we're starting to see some sideways action here. If we do look at the MACD on the 12-hour, I wish I could get these pop-ups to go away. Hello, Jordan. Anyway, on the 12-hour, you can see we're still in this powerful downwards channel, and then you can see here we are getting closer to a reversal here on the MACD. So we're starting to hedge towards a positive MACD cross. That will probably be a good thing. Let's look at the 2-hour MACD. It's great for immediate price action. As you can see, 2-hour MACD is just now crossing positive. So overall, and you can see the downward channel, of course, has been continuing. It does continue. But I think, for what it's worth, that we are beginning to see, at least looking at the long chart here, the MACD may be starting to turn. You can see the histogram is closing here. And so this swing, I think maybe we're going to start heading towards the upswing. Definitely I'm hedged out a little bit right now. When we get above this the 200 moving average on the daily chart, I'll be hedging in more. We could still see some volatility. And we'll take a closer look at that. But here's the 45-minute chart. As you can see, we're below the 200 moving average. That below the 200 moving average does also pretty much match up with the daily MACD when it crossed negative. So we're on the way down. You're going to see a lot of volatility in this channel. You can certainly swing trade that. Not a bad deal if you so desire to do that. Indicators in general are looking better than worse. So we need to get above this 200 moving average, which is around 41,500 or so. Then we'll probably bounce between the 200 moving average and the 314 and then keep moving up. So I'm watching for one of my rules of thumb, and this comes from blockchain education. They're linked over at Bitcoin Daily View. Not a bad group to join if you want to learn how to trade and get into some cool automated stuff they have, or hybrid trading. When we get above the 200 moving average, I'm going to give it like 12 to 24 hours to be above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart with strong indicators, and that will definitely be a time when I hedge back in. I know we're tempted to get in before then, but truly until we get above there, the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart and stay there for at least 12 to 24 hours with a good uptrend looking like it's in the works, I would be careful. 15-minute chart. Many people do watch the 15-minute chart also to try to get a hedge on hedging in or hedging out or swing trading. Just be careful. A lot of manipulation by the big players, or basically people who are maybe not big players but are playing with like $100,000 and $250,000 leverage trades. They're watching the 15-minute chart, and they're playing you just like they're playing the chart. Dogecoin. I just thought I'd mention this because a lot of people have gotten into it, and it is a very hopeful, beautiful thing that's happening in the world. Elon Musk maybe not be a powerful, beautiful thing that's happening in the world with his manipulation right now, negative manipulation of the market. But I would say that Doge is bigger than Elon, and it's really amazing. It's a great project. I love that it brings kind of a hopefulness to the world and kind of a people's currency. For a lot of reasons, I think we could see this as kind of a daily transactional crypto that gets used. We'll need to make sure that the development is a little bit more controlled. Right now, one of my things I don't like about Doge is I just don't see a powerful and competent development force that has control of it. I think when that happens, we'll see Doge make a move upwards again. But well, I mean, an even greater upwards momentum will be created from that. But right now, we're kind of bouncing off some previous support, and I think it's kind of bottomed out here around 35 cents. So, I mean, not financial advice, but if you like Doge, not a bad time, dollar cost averaging, or make a little purchase. We're still below the 200 moving average. It's not really a good time to buy technically if you want to catch a confirmed upswing, but it's definitely sitting on some support. If you're just a person who would like to get in the Doge or buy some more, maybe hedge in a little bit more to get back in the green sooner, because many people did buy it up here, of course. I know I bought a little bit, and anyway. I think Doge is at a good spot, 35 cents. Do I think it'll be $1 this year? Probably. So maybe not a bad play. Let's look at it on the 15, not the 30, but the 15-minute chart. How's it looking? Yeah, even on the 15-minute chart, it is still below the 200 moving average. So really, I'm not so sure if it's really a confident time to buy as far as TA, but definitely it does appear to be hanging out at some previous support. So I'll be maybe hedging in, a little bit of money, not so much for, I mean, I hope to get gains on it, but really just because I think it's a beautiful thing happening in the world. So right now, I know things are a little bit crazy. This is a weekend. Spend some time with your dogs or, your cat, whatever you like to do. Do some cooking, take a long walk, spend time with your family, do beautiful things. I wanted to also mention just some things over here at Bitcoin Daily View, because I know I've seen a lot of people. I mean, I talked to a lot of people in the course of a day and a week, and a lot of people are just really down right now about the market manipulation and a lot of things. So I just wanted to mention, check it out. This is by Ryan Scott. This is a 10-minute quantum jump meditation. It's really fun. It may help you get into a better headspace. Do it. It's just fun. Entertain yourself, if nothing else. And this book, Quantum Jumps, An Extraordinary Science of Happiness and Prosperity. None of this, if you're religious, is going to be satanic or something like that. Pure, perfect. I know some people have concerns about such things, and I understand. And no, this is pure quantum physics. So get into some of the, physics now that are truly, ultimately proving that God exists and that the universe is a spiritual creation. So, and you play a part of that. You're part of the creative potential of this universe. So, if you need to break out of some negativity right now, this might be a great place to start. Also, if you want to just open the mind a little bit, this is by Michael Jocko. This is he likes to ramble sometimes about current events and his intuition on things and such. Look, I do not agree with everything he says at all. Certainly not endorsing everything he says, but if you'd like to just listen to a rather confident guy speak about the eclectic side and the positive things that are going on, maybe even behind the scenes that we don't see. I'm not saying I believe any of it or I don't believe any of it, but sometimes just listening to something which is a little bit out there can help to get our minds a little bit loose and help us see potentials that we had not seen before. So anyway, also if you want some inspiration, join our Telegram group, Bitcoin Daily View. It's a bunch of irreverent characters, usually saying things that are not politically correct all the time, but it's probably family friendly depending on, well, what you consider family friendly. Hey, it's a darn good day. The peaceful revolution is happening. And yeah, the ancient evil is going to mess with it. They want a piece of it. They want to control it because, well, we're about to hit, the world's changing. Hyperinflation is coming. The Great Reset is well underway. And many people worship the Georgia Guidestones and the Church of Klaus Schwab. So what do you do? Um, Humanity's humanity. We don't own the earth individually. A lot of people have a lot of really bad ideas that they want to do to society, and not for good reasons. And they have a lot of people who follow them like a religion, who basically they don't want to be alive anymore. So DXY, dollar strength index, this scam ain't working, and these people are seeing the end of their reign. They punched crypto pretty hard recently, but Bitcoin and the peaceful revolution, I don't care if it ain't perfect. It is maybe the most positive thing that has ever happened to humanity, and I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to keep making money there because I like making money on the currency that is a bet on humanity's beautiful future. You can't really put a price on that. So take care, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.